Fire is a real threat in healthcare facilities. According to the National Fire Protection Agency, about 7,000 fires are reported every year.
Many patients, due to illness and special needs, are vulnerable in emergencies, thus increasing the risk of fire casualties.
Fire can happen anywhere. It just needs the right ingredients. To create fire, you need 4 ingredients: fuel, oxygen, heat, and the resulting chemical reaction when all 4 come together under the right conditions. Fuel is any combustible material. It can be solid, liquid, or gas. Solid and liquid fuels must first convert to vapor to burn. Oxygen is also needed. However, to survive, fire only needs 16% of the atmosphere to be oxygen. We humans need an oxygen level of 21%. Heat provides the energy needed to change combustible materials to vapor so they can burn. When fuel, oxygen, and heat come together under the right conditions, a chemical reaction occurs that results in fire.
Your mission is to prevent the threat of fire.
Your task is to be aware of and correct any fire hazards in your work area. Through training and practice drills, you will respond to fire threats quickly and effectively, thus reducing the number of casualties.
To help you accomplish your mission, we will describe fire hazards in your work area, discuss ways to prevent fire, and show you what to do in case of fire.
There are 4 classes of fire. Class A fires include ordinary combustibles,
like wood, paper, cloth, rubber, or certain plastics. Class B fires involve the burning of gases and liquids. Class C fires involve burning of electrical equipment, such as appliances, air conditioning and heating units, motors, and generators. Class D fires involve the burning of certain metals. In healthcare, you are at most risk for Class A, B, and C fires.
You can identify and correct hazards related with these fires by following some simple rules.
You can prevent most Class A fires through simple housekeeping. Make sure storage and maintenance areas are free of trash. Keep oily rags and similar debris in metal containers away from heat. Careless handling of smoking materials is the most common cause of fatal fires in healthcare facilities, even though most facilities prohibit smoking. Your objective is to make sure smoking occurs only in designated areas by all staff, visitors, and patients. Never tolerate smoking in an area where oxygen is used or stored.
Smoking materials should only be discarded in large, deep, non-tip ashtrays, which are emptied frequently in specified metal containers.
Store combustible liquids and gases in designated areas away from heat sources and away from patients. Don't store cleaning fluids in an electrical closet or near any other heat source. Do not allow any spark-producing objects near oxygen in patient areas. Electrical fires are the most common fires in healthcare, so their prevention is your objective. Make sure that only UL-rated electrical equipment is used, and that all electrical equipment and motors are kept clean and maintained properly. Report old or worn wiring and broken or damaged fittings on equipment to the appropriate person. Never overburden electrical outlets or piggyback electrical cords.
Extension cords should not exceed 6 feet and should not run under carpeting or be tacked to the wall.
Immediately investigate any strange or unusual smell coming from a piece of equipment, since an odor is often the first warning of fire. Stop using that piece of equipment until checked out. Many fires have occurred due to faulty electrical equipment brought in by patients or family. If your facility allows equipment to be brought in, have it checked for safety by the appropriate person. Safety and prevention is your goal.
With any danger of fire, start the drill. Fire is fast. It spreads quickly. A small spark can fill a room with smoke or start a blaze in seconds to minutes.
When fire breaks out, the air itself may soon be hot enough to ignite every combustible object in the room, a phenomenon known as flashover.
So you need to act quickly. The first 1 to 3 minutes are critical. Your objective is to race to safety.
R, rescue. A, sound the alarm. C, confine the blaze. E, extinguish or evacuate. Since fire is fast, it takes time to investigate any suspicious smell or smoke at once. If you think you smell smoke behind a door, feel the door with the back of your hand first. If too hot to touch, don't open it. If touchable, open the door slowly. When you find a fire, your first task is to rescue. Rescuing patients in immediate danger is your first priority. Stay calm to reassure patients. Remember to stay low during the rescue. Smoke rises to the ceiling, forming a heavy, dense cloud that slowly descends. Smoke is deadly. It contains toxic gases that can kill within minutes. In fact, 75% of all fire deaths are caused by smoke-related carbon monoxide poisoning. Heat also rises. In a fire, it is possible for temperatures to vary from 90 degrees Fahrenheit near the floor to a lethal 600 degrees at eye level. Soaring temperatures can sear lungs and fuse clothing to skin. So your objective is to crawl beneath the smoke and heat. Don't ever hesitate. Sound the alarm with any suspicion. If possible, call out your facility's code for fire so colleagues can sound the alarm while you rescue the patient. Never yell,
"Fire! Don't say that so loud."
Your goal is to avoid confusion and panic. Teamwork is helpful. One person can pull the alarm while another calls the switchboard with the precise location of the fire. Never hang up without asking the party at the other end to repeat the location and any other pertinent data. Confine the blaze, the next task in this race. Healthcare units are separated by heavy fire doors that close automatically when the alarm is sounded to keep the fire from spreading. Your goal is to keep these doorways clear, always. Never prop them open. Doors and windows are barriers to smoke, heat, and flames. Close them along with all vertical openings like laundry chutes. Stuffing wet towels under doors can help keep smoke out. Shut off oxygen supplies if directed to do so. Extinguish, if possible, the next task in this race to safety. If a fire is small and confined to the area of origin, extinguish it. If fire is in a trash can or ashtray, smother it with a pillow, towel, rug, or blanket. If a patient's clothes are on fire, wrap him tightly in a large blanket to extinguish the flames. If a piece of equipment catches fire, pull the plug if possible, or have the electricity turned off at the source panel.
Fire extinguishers are an important first aid measure for putting out fires. While they are no substitute for the automated sprinkler system or calling the fire department,
They can save lives and property by putting out small fires before they get out of hand.
Fire extinguishers work by removing one or more of the 4 essential elements of fire. In healthcare facilities, they are aimed at putting out Class A, B, and C fires. Your objective: make sure you know where the fire extinguishers are kept and can find them in the dark. Electricity may be turned off during a fire. Make sure you know which fire extinguisher to use on each fire.
Extinguishers are labeled A,
B,
Or C.
and may have a pictograph depicting the type of material it is designed to put out.
Class A extinguishers put out fires on ordinary combustibles and are labeled with an A and/or a pictograph. Class B extinguishers smother fires involving flammable liquids or gases and are labeled with a B and/or a pictograph. Class C extinguishers put out fires in or near electrical equipment and are labeled with a C and/or a pictograph. Classes A, B, C extinguishers can be used to fight all 3 types of fires and are marked with the letters A, B, and C, and/or with a pictograph. Since multi-purpose dry chemical extinguishers leave a residue that can be harmful to computers and sensitive equipment, you should try to use an extinguisher that leaves very little residue, like a carbon dioxide one. Once you know the ABCs of fire extinguishers, your task is to pass the drill on using one. You simply pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. Pull the pin between the 2 handles. Aim the nozzle at the base of the fire, since the pressure of spraying directly into the flames may spread the burning material. Squeeze the handles together. Sweep from side to side. Evenly coat the entire area of the fire. Keep applying the fire extinguishing agent even after the flames are put out. Stay near the extinguished fire, if possible, until the fire department arrives. Evacuate when necessary. If a fire can't be extinguished and smoke, fumes, or flames threaten patient safety, you may have to evacuate. Relocate patients only when directed, and then move them to the designated refuge area. Remember to assist visitors as well. Know the emergency action plan of your facility. The plan includes detailed written instructions on how to evacuate your work area and designate specific individuals to be in charge of different aspects of the evacuation. Become familiar with the evacuation route of your work area. Since evacuation routes include hallways and stairs, keep them clear. Never use them for storage.
Evacuating ambulatory patients first reduces confusion and gives you more room to evacuate non-ambulatory patients. Stay calm and give clear and exact directions.
Terry, get on your knees below the smoke. Crawl quickly, follow me.
Move patients horizontally. Get patients out of their rooms through the next set of fire doors into a safe area on the same floor. If you can't move horizontally because your way is blocked by smoke or flames, proceed vertically. Work your way down to a lower level. Don't move patients to a higher floor unless absolutely necessary. Never use an elevator to escape. A sudden loss of electricity could leave you trapped inside. Evacuating non-ambulatory patients may present more of a challenge. Only do so when directed, since you may have to disconnect traction or maintain portable life support. To move non-ambulatory patients, use wheelchairs or stretchers if available. You can push the patient to safety while in bed if necessary, but remember, beds can cause a dangerous traffic jam in the hallway.
Here are some transfer techniques that might help you to accomplish your task of evacuation.
The swing carry lets you carry a patient to safety with an assistant by forming a cradle with your arms behind the patient's arms and knees. The blanket drag lets you move a patient to safety by yourself quickly and effectively, even if you have to go down some stairs. The 2-man single file carry lets you move a patient with a cast on the lower part of the body as long as the patient can be put in a sitting position. This technique works well in constricted spaces where single file movement is necessary. Your evacuation objective may be challenged by some patients. Children, psychiatric patients, and very elderly patients may exhibit irrational behavior. They may ignore the fire, become transfixed by it, resist rescue efforts, or even hide. Give directions firmly and calmly to these patients and escort them to a safe area one-on-one. Blind patients should be told to keep close physical contact with a leader. Deaf patients should be directed by gestures and also escorted to a safe area. During an evacuation mission, make sure you group and account for all patients and visitors. Never leave a group of patients unattended. Remember to bring patient records. Have a system for tagging the rooms already evacuated to avoid unnecessary backtracking. Direct firefighters to the fire and to any patients remaining in the unit.
Now let's take a look at some scenarios showing potential fire hazards. As you watch, your task is to recognize the fire hazard and identify steps to correct it.
Hey, Karen, can you give me a hand with the patient in room 316?
Well, I was going... Okay.
Remember, fire doors let people out and keep fires from spreading. Never prop them open. Also, keep stairs and hallways clear of clutter. Evacuation routes need to be wide open.
Hey, Karen, can you give me a hand with the patient in room 316?
Sure, I was gonna... Oh, okay.
This place is a mess. Hello? Okay, I'll be right there.
Never store trash or anything else combustible next to a heat source as found in this electrical closet.
Man, this place is a mess. Hello? Okay, yeah, I'll be right there. Hey, John, I gotta run. Load these bags up on a cart and take them out right now, okay? Great, thanks a lot.
I just left the OR not more than 10 minutes ago.
Remember, all you need is fuel, oxygen, and heat to chemically react and produce fire or deadly smoke. Always be aware of what you are doing. Avoid potential fire hazards.
I just left the OR not more... Ow! 10 minutes ago. Who could be... Better grab this. Be paging me now.
Remember, fires are fast. Always take the time to investigate anything suspicious. Don't hesitate to initiate the alarm. Fires are usually contained when everyone focuses on the mission, preventing the threat of fire. But a bit of carelessness can cause a conflagration and even the loss of lives. Your task is to identify and correct hazards. Know where fire alarms and extinguishers are and how to use them. By accepting this mission, you can win the race to safety.